Welcome to WashU. For the last 2 years, this college campus held a Survivor franchise like no other. The premise of Survivor is simple. Bring people from all walks of life together to compete in the greatest social experiment ever created. But what if we took that formula and applied it to a group of people that already knew one another? What if they knew each other so well they could call each other brothers? Some of these competitors have played this game for multiple seasons.
First time I was playing, I think, too hard, and that made me a target. I was looking for every idol, every advantage, every time. Last time, I was too far to the other side. I didn't care. So now the goal is right in the center. Just carrying the right amount.
While others are just beginning to understand it.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm not really familiar with Survivor. I don't think that will hold me back at all.
Throughout the semester, friendships will be strengthened and burned.
Every man for himself. I'm trying to win this game, so fuck all of them.
Who's the players I can trust, who are the players I can't trust.
As these 20 brothers battle it out in a Survivor season for the ages. 129 days, 20 brothers, 1 Survivor.
I just got my team. Reggie's on my team. I want Reggie to lose.
And it's been like 2 days now since the game started, right? 2 days, yeah. And I've been getting a lot of animosity, especially from Hunter. He thinks I'll be the first or second to be eliminated. But you better watch out. I'm gunning for him.
What's up? I'm Sahil. I'm on the red bandana team. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry.
It's the orange team.
I'm on the orange team.
Good try.
I know apparently less than I thought I knew initially.
So I'm playing Survivor again. I think it's my 3rd time. I'm really bad at it. I wasn't going to play, but they needed one more person, so I'm very happy to do it. The challenges are really fun, but objectively, I'm really bad at Survivor. So I'm just going to sit and not really do anything, do what other people are telling me to do, and hopefully I make the merge. And then at that point, if I have to start playing a little bit, I'll lose, I'm sure, but I'll play at that point.
Ioni Tribe, the boys, we're not looking that great, if we're being perfectly honest. I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of hype about the people on the other tribes. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about my current team. There's a lot of people, though, I think we can vote off. So it should be interesting. I don't think we're going to win that many challenges, if we're being honest. But if we do, and we are able to take that many people to merge, then it's a real interesting game. And, honestly, I'm just playing for the merge right now. I think that's where it gets exciting. Also really scared about the challenges. I don't know what we're going to be expected to do. I don't think I'll perform well in physical challenges. Mental challenges I think we'll be okay with, but also, it's WashU. Everyone's going to know how to do their stuff. So, yeah, right now I don't have any real strategy. I'm just hoping my team can, pull off some upsets early. Make the other team that I honestly feel is better have to cut their team down before we get to the merge. And, it'll be good.
So this will be my 2nd time doing Survivor, so I've got a little bit of practice now. The first time I was definitely way too trustworthy of everybody and kind of screwed me in the end. So this time I'm definitely going to go into it like not really trusting people. My tribe, it's got a couple people that are definitely wild cards. Josh Noble, huge wild card. Reggie, wild card. Teo, wild card. Sahil, wild card. So we're gonna see. I think I can work well with James. Maybe. I don't know how much I trust him yet, but I think that could work out pretty well.
My first thoughts on the tribe are they're crazy. Not really. It's just a lot of chaotic energy going on, especially with Reggie, Josh Noble, James, definitely chaotic force, Will Hunter, Teo. Lot of unpredictability there. I'm definitely scared of being the first one to go home, just because I've been talking to a lot of people, and apparently that's been raising eyebrows. But Ray seems to trust me a lot. He's a previous winner, so he's definitely someone good to have in my corner, as well as Randy, who I think would hopefully never backstab me. But I've also gotten close to James, but apparently James cannot be trusted in Survivor.
So we're a little bit chaotic, to say the least. I don't really think anyone trusts anyone else, which is kind of worrisome. We have absolutely terrible cohesion, but I still think we have some pretty heavy hitters in terms of challenges, so hopefully we just don't go to tribal that often. And I guess everything will be okay. Kind of working with Reggie. I'm very skeptical of Hunter. I'm very skeptical of Teo. And I have no idea what Noble's doing, so we'll see. Also, Sahil's kind of just doing his own thing as of right now, but I imagine that will change.
So I think we're less than a week in, and I am getting more knowledgeable. I'm supposed to be forming alliances. We might conscript Teo. I think we're Yorenchi's army now, though, if I'm being honest. So we'll see how all of this shapes up.
I think out of anyone on our tribe, Sahil knows how to play this game the least. I asked Sahil who he was working with, and he told me he was working with Andy. Andy's on the other tribe. He's either f***ing with me or he just does not know what he's doing. And that's okay. I told Sahil we've got a Ginder alliance. Ginder stays strong. We don't lie to each other, so I think we'll be good. It's basically James, Joey, Harrison, and Randy is one alliance. And James' cocky ass is not trying to hide that. Everybody knows that's a thing. He's kind of excluding the other 6 members of the tribe. But at the same time, he's told me and Hunter separately that we're both part of his alliance, and neither of us actually are. So I think he's going to be in for a blind side. On the other hand, we have me, Hunter, Noble, Reggie working together. We're pulling in Teo and Sahil. That'll get the 6, and that'll be enough to vote one of them out.
My strategy is kind of to have a close but secret alliance within the team. And I think more than anything, my team's just going to win a lot of challenges. I'm happy to see some weak links on the other team like Reggie and Harrison. So it should be a good season. I think my strategy is going to work out, but only time will tell.
In terms of Alpha Delta Survivor, I've played 2 times before. The first time was 3 seasons ago, and I made the merge and then got brutally blindsided with an idol in my pocket and a fake idol in my pocket. So that one hurt. Didn't like that, and then came back, played again 2 seasons later. Also made the merge again. Didn't get as blindsided that time. I saw through things pretty clearly, but I didn't really care all that much. And the people I was allied with were terrible, to say the least, and couldn't hold a strategy together, so we didn't make it there either. But I made it one place further that time, so now the goal is at least get 1 place further than that. So 4th eliminated after the merge would be the minimum goal, but obviously the big goal is to win.
Alright, so we just got put on Caliban. It's a pretty strong tribe. We're gonna stir the pot.
We're just gonna create chaos on the tribe.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm not even trying to win. I'm trying to make it to merge, stir the pot.
I logistically can't win. So I'm just doing whatever I can to kind of great problem.
Previous relationships are going to play a big part in this season, given the tribe that I have. That first season that I played when I was brutally blindsided, Beef and Eisner played big roles in that. So I think it'll be interesting to see how we all play together. But I think we can all trust each other. So I think that's my biggest alliance going into this. But also from the same season, Andy and Sam were the ones who screwed me over. So I definitely don't trust them, and I definitely want them off of my tribe as quickly as possible.
My plan as of now is Sam is definitely my closest ally on the team. I think there's some of the young guys that I can probably pull in as well. But for now, I'm really just going with Sam and then hoping I can link with Ray post-merge, because he's going to tell me what's happening internally, and I'll let him know as well so we can kind of keep ourselves informed of whether or not we're on the block. But for now, biggest threat on my team, no doubt, is Bittner. I mean, it would be wild for me to not try to get a bigger fish out. He's the only one who's going to, at this point, really, challenge my ability to stay in the game. Long-term, Andy obviously worries me. I don't think he's going for me yet at this point. I think he's going to try to make a bigger move on me later in the game. But there'll be easy numbers to get him at any point, so I'm not that worried.
My name is Sam. I'm a senior at WashU. I study economics. I had an alliance before joining the game with Jeff Berkowitz because we played an earlier season together and we knew that we worked well together, and we both maybe ended in a negative way where one of our friends was us out. So we swore that whenever we got back into the game and played together again, we sort of worked together. However, our gameplay right now is we're keeping that really under wraps, our relationship, and we're trying to form our own alliances and make sure that either Jeff or I are not getting voted off, but hopefully having a strong alliance throughout.
Hi, I'm Andy. I'm a senior. I'm on one of the tribes. I think I have a good alliance, and the people that I'm working with have their connections. I think we should all survive, hopefully, unless something goes wrong with Bittner. That's my one worry, but hopefully nothing happens there. So,
who do you think you have on your side right now?
For sure, I have Beef, Jeff Berkowitz, and I have Sam Martirana. We're looking to get Z. We have other people too, but it's less sure. We're in the works of solidifying those connections, but I think Beef and Sam are my best connections so far.
I'm Tom. I'm a senior. I've never done Survivor before. I have been trying to kind of absorb wisdom from previous kind of successful competitors. I think my strategy though on my team and kind of for my own success will be to be as nice to everyone as possible. I don't want to be super threatening. I'm really bad at cardio and I'm really bad at puzzles, so I don't think I will stand out too much in the physical trials. But I also don't think I'll be among the worst people on the team, which I think puts me in a good position to just not have to think too much about how I do.
Throughout the season, immunity idols will be hidden around the house. The rules state that the immunity idol may only be hidden in public spaces, and that anytime an idol is hidden, a message is sent in the group chat. The message can be sent at any time. On a Tuesday morning at 10:34 a.m., the first immunity idols were hidden and the search was on.
So, we found this. The first hidden immunity idol of the game. Blue tribe idol. It's a good feeling. I like having this safety around my neck. So, was lucky enough, found it from my own tribe. There was some chaos this morning the moment we found out that the idols were first hidden. Everyone that was here trying to run around, people that were in class trying to come back from it to look. But luckily I was here, I was in the house, and so amidst everybody else not really knowing where to look, I was able to find the blue egg and remembered I'm on the blue tribe, opened it up, and there we go. So unfortunately, might not do me a lot of good for very long. Both Zach Swartz, who was on my tribe, saw me find it, and then Joey on the other tribe also saw me find it. So probably gonna have to play it this week, but might use it as a bargaining tool for early relationships.
Speaking of Matt, he does have a blue idol. He's confirmed that with me. I suspected he was the first one to get one, and I'm not surprised that he did. That being said, we're still looking for the orange idol, so we'll see what's going on. But after a long search, we finally got this around my neck. So here's the evidence. Looks like something Ethan would write. So I'm feeling pretty confident. No one knows about this. I don't think anyone will know about this, but I'll let you know if there's any updates.
Challenge. Yes. On my go, one of you guys will race upstairs up to where Chocho's cave is, and there will be a bucket of eggs. Grab an egg from one of the buckets. They're just like Easter eggs. It's great. You come back downstairs, fill that egg with water. Guy with the egg over there fills it with water. Toss it from behind the table to the guy over here. Guy over here catches egg, puts the remaining water into this cup. Then the tosser over there will come over here, be the catcher, and next person in line will run upstairs. We do that continuously until this cup overflows with water. So because everyone is busy at different times, the two tribes are running the challenge separately based on when most of their tribe is available.
Josh,
how's it going?
How you feeling?
Feeling good. A little nervous. I got the first catch.
First catch? Do you think you can catch it?
No.
Why not?
It's gonna be wet. It's also plastic. I've seen eggs when they just crack.
Are you not good at catching wet things?
That's a valid question. We'll see.
Woo! First challenge, orange team killed it. All I have to say. I don't know the times yet, but knocked it out of the park.
You know, I think it went pretty well. It could have went better. We had a little missteps at the beginning with some drops, few falls too. But I have a hard time believing the other team's gonna beat it.
I really think we won. I'm really happy because a lot of people shot themselves in the foot. Harrison, most definitely. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Do better.
I was going pretty fast. I think I was going the fastest of anyone in Survivor history, actually, down the stairs. And I took my right foot planted, and then my left foot did not plant, and I slid legs open into the table leg. Leg hit my extremities. No, not Like, hit the balls, and it hurt, but I got back up for the team, and I converted the egg.
You know, if we lost, I don't really care, because I don't think I'm going to. When I ran the last one and made the last egg for the win, I took a little bit of time at the top to look through the eggs to see if there was like maybe some sort of advantage or idle. I was thinking ahead. All these other guys were rushing up and down, but I looked. I didn't want to waste too much time. I didn't find anything, but maybe next time.
It felt slow in my mind, and it just. There's like a lot of drops going on.
Yeah, I think Joey and Harvey didn't really pull their weight. I expect more from Harvey. He's a track star, D3 athlete, but
And so, with a winning time of 16 minutes and 54 seconds to 17 minutes and 28 seconds, Caliban wins immunity. That means Bayani will be going to Tribal Council and must vote the first player out of this game.
My man Reggie over here is going to Tribal. He's done. It's over.
Oh.
R.I.P. Reggie.
Right here.
Not gonna lie, I'm going to blame Harrison Harvey for dropping that pass. Randy was very hard on him, but he was very defensive. I can't see why, because he kind of f***ed up, But that was a good toss from me, and he just dropped it. He cracked it out wide open, and we could have won. That was the 10 seconds that we needed. Well, actually, no, 30 that we needed to win, because the other team only dropped twice. We dropped 3 or 4.
So we lost first challenge, and I'm number 1 in the chopping block. Getting a little sick too. We lost by 30 seconds. Sounds like 1 egg would have done it. So, or at least like would have been super close. So I'm kind of looking at the people who dropped their eggs as, the party's at fault.
I think right now we're thinking about voting Teo, just because even though he's not a huge threat, I don't see myself working with him, and a lot of the people I think I'm working with also don't see themselves working with him. And another consideration is that he's got quite a few friends on the other tribe, and potentially if he makes merge, that could screw all of us. So get him out as early as possible is kind of our strategy there.
The least controversial answer would be Teo or Will Hunter, probably Teo. But I don't know. I could easily see getting out Reggie or Joey, just a weak link for terms of challenges, because I don't know.
We dropped the ball a few times. I've heard that Harrison messed up pretty badly in this challenge. I mean, we lost 30 seconds, guys. We should have had this one. At the end of the day, not a big deal. Pretty sure it's not me going home, but would still like to not have to vote someone off this tribe and cause chaos so far.
Heading into Tribal, it looks like we are no longer going for Teo, and we're not going for Will. I'm not really sure how that happened, but supposedly Will has been orchestrating the group to go against James and I, and Harrison and Joey, and they really want Harrison out, which Harrison screwed up a lot during the challenge. Wouldn't be opposed to voting him out, except for that I think I can influence his vote for quite a few votes still, so I would prefer to keep him in, because I think I've got him in my pocket.
Okay, so today's Tribal. Kind of excited. It's gonna be my first vote. Should be really fun. Don't really know what we're doing. I'm trying to scheme a little bit, so I really think Reggie has an immunity idol, and I think what we should do is just split the vote where we get the majority on Reggie, so that he's forced to play his immunity idol, because he'll know he has to. Then boom, he loses that. He's level with all of us regular people without immunity idols. As far as scheming goes, apparently there's groups that are scheming against me. That's fair enough. That's kind of fun. We love the game. Groups might be scheming against you, Harrison.
I know.
Which is kind of fair, because if we're just being completely honest, if you cut Harrison out of that challenge, we win. But also, I had to drop 2, so I can't really complain about things. But it should be a fun day. Hopefully, I don't get voted out. That would suck. I'd be a little bit sad about that.
About to go to our first Tribal, hoping it goes well, but we'll see what happens. I'm just fairly confident I'm not going home. That's all that really matters.
So we're going into the vote today, and I think it can go one of either way. it's either going to be Joey or Hunter. So I'm currently working with Hunter, Noble, myself, Teo, Sahil, and Reggie. And then there's the other 4, James, Joey, Harrison, and Randy. So the 6 of us are going to go for Joey, and the 4 of them are going to go for either Hunter or Reggie. Unless anybody flips, we should be good. The reason I'm going for Joey is because he's got too many connections because of the Pi class. Like half of the class is playing this game, so like if he made it far, he could go very far in the game. On the other hand, we have Hunter. They want to get Hunter out because they think he's really smart and strategic, which is a good thing for me because there's another target other than myself, so I can get farther in this game. The only thing I'm concerned about is Reggie will not vote for Joey, so I need to go to Reggie today and tell him that the other 4 are going to vote for him, and that if he doesn't vote with us, then he's probably going to go home. So I think that's enough to get him to do it. Also, people think Reggie has an idol, so this might also be great to flush the idol out in case he feels unsafe.
Okay, so walk into the house, about to go into the vote, and I'm so uncertain. I feel like everyone on the first vote feels like they're not safe, but like I'm 100% on the chopping block. I know I'm top 3 with it's me, Teo, or like Reggie or Ray. I guess top 4.
So first tribal council today. A little nervous because my name's been tossed around, but I'm confident in my alliances. So the plan is to vote out Will Hunter, but Joey proposed that we split the vote because there's a theory that Reggie has an immunity idol. So we put half of our votes on Reggie, half on Will. If Reggie has the idol, then Will goes home. If he doesn't, then Reggie goes home. Or we put more votes on Reggie than Will. And I like that plan because I think both of them just cannot be trusted at all. So this is our group confessional.
Yep.
Right before tribal.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Will Hunter, that's all I have to say.
Okay. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Each of you guys grab a candle and approach the other candles and light yours. In this game, fire represents your life. When you have fire, you're still in. When your fire goes out, so are you. Welcome to your first tribal council. How was your first challenge? How was everything going on then? Did you guys think you did well?
I felt okay about it. There was some unfortunate things that occurred, but overall, I feel like we did an okay job. So
we probably could have prepared for it better, a different way.
So no one specifically, but just like as a whole, you feel like your tribe could have done better in the preparation leading up to it.
Yeah. We prepared better.
I thought we did good. I mean, like we only lost by 30 seconds. I think is also what we're like looking over. So yes, like we did have some heads not in the game, but like if we really think about it, it was still very close. I think we're a very competitive team, and it's just we happened to take the L off the first job. So.
Yeah, I think it would have been better if the other tribe was actually in the room with us. We could see like our progress versus them.
Also, we had a couple drops from one person
In particular,
yeah.
I wonder who that person is.
Who's that person?
The person.
I dropped once, and then they claimed that my throw was bad. But
I think it looks like more of a student athlete. A scholar
former student athlete. And like I think that's unfair because I was the only one who dropped. Reggie dropped. Joey dropped. Will dropped.
I think we just hold you to a higher standard.
I guess you are, yeah.
So James, do you think that this vote is based mostly on the athletic performance of the challenge, or do you think it's based more on strategic play throughout the entire season going forward?
I'll say that initially, I thought going to the first challenge is going to be, or like the first tribal is going to be essentially just people doing like what's best for like their overall strategic game plan. And then we lost the challenge by 30 seconds, and I think that kind of shook everyone up because we're like,
we probably shouldn't be going to tribal this early. So I think a lot of people would be reflecting, I guess, on what their initial plan was and how that might have changed now. So.
Reggie, you seem pretty quiet. What's your thoughts on going into this first vote?
My thoughts are, I don't think I dropped that. It was my fault when I dropped that pass from, what was it, Randy? It was a poorly thrown pass, and I thought it would go so much better. But anyway, I think it's definitely smart to think long term we cast this vote, and I think it'll be a valuable asset. Most likely. Just where's the captain?
Hunter, have you been able to see any like paranoia going on outside the game, given that you guys live with each other 24/7 and also know each other outside of the game?
Yeah, I think that's part of the difference between this and the normal game is that people have like very strong friendships going into the game, so you kind of assume that those friendships are gonna like you naturally will team up with those friendships, and sometimes it's true, sometimes it's wrong. Like people have backstabbed their best friends before, but it's kind of just an assumption. Like day zero, you look around and you look who's a really good friend, and like okay, so we gotta work with.
But I also think there's like some value to like, I guess, creating relationships and like finding allies with people that like you wouldn't suspect. I guess like people that you're not like I guess the most outwardly close with.
And adding on to that, there's also the paranoia of idols that are hidden around the house. Has that been a part of conversation at all in the time coming up to this tribal council?
Yeah, so they're asking local conversations about this said idol. Many people believe I have it.
So is that the consensus? I kind of understood from all the heads moving towards Reggie. Is that the consensus? Is that everyone thinks that Reggie has the idol?
Pretty much, yeah. Being like, I have no proof. I just hear it from other people.
Yeah.
Everyone's from a rumor, and nobody actually knows that he has it.
Yeah.
The person that I heard it from doesn't know if it's true either. Or like I heard it from another person.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how this all today, but that is what the consensus opinion is.
I think the fact that he knew that we were all going to look at him makes it like more obvious that he probably does have it.
So Reggie, how do you feel about that whole situation and with that kind of painting a target on your back already?
I don't know, does it paint a target on my back?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it gets. First I play, still get used to the rules. I feel like I'm being falsely accused of something that I may or may not. What would it be the benefit of me denying you or
Honestly, like I think personally it does paint a target on his back, but for me it's like it gives me more incentive to keep him in the game actually, because now I know where the idol is. Like I wouldn't want to vote him out and then have it be re-hidden and one of the other 8 guys left finds it, and then me not know where it is again. Like me knowing that he has it, like I'll be like, okay, Reggie has it, and it'll just stay with Reggie for as long as he's in the season. Otherwise, like somebody might have it and then pull like a blindside.
Good. I mean, though, I know a lot of people have reason concerns about like Reggie's alleged may or may not have it, and I feel like some people just think it's best to address that with the vote. I don't know if that's something that would happen today. I don't know. We really don't know if he has this idol or not. That's the big question. It's a concern for sure.
I kind of don't want to vote for him because he has the idol. Just a waste of the vote.
Let's say like the majority, like the vast majority of us, like all 100 votes to Reggie. It's like 7 out of 10. And then he does have the idol, but like who knows what the other 3 votes together. I feel like we've talked a lot, like as a collective. And I feel like people kind of know, like there's like a couple avenues to this. And I feel like if we all just like target Reggie, like everything else might like spiral out of control.
So Josh, there's another added component to this season. There are players that have played before, they're playing again, and then there's new players. How has that gone into the whole tribe dynamic that you guys have?
Yes, there's some veterans here that know the rules, and there's people like Reggie.
Let me just add in a very asymmetric flow of information. I feel left out of some of the key strategies. I will find out. It's hard to find words, I will find out.
Point being, the veterans tend to be some schemers. You know, we've got some power players over here, some former champion even. Target on their back. I'd say. I think I don't trust any of them, even the ones that I may or may not be alliance with. So yeah, that's that.
So Hunter, how does it make you feel to hear that Josh doesn't necessarily trust you because you played before?
I mean, if we look at him right now compared to everyone else, we know he's the biggest snake in the room. And I think initially you don't really know how the new guys play, but you kind of talk to them for like around 5-10 minutes, and you kind of get where their heads at. Some of them are very like headstrong, like I'm going to do whatever I want, and sometimes that strategy works, sometimes it doesn't. Then there's some guys that are like Josh that are like, yeah, can't trust a single word I said. You kind of just got to see what they're doing with that.
And it is time to vote. I also have the 2 votes of Randy and Teo who are not here. Hunter, you're up.
How do you spell Reggie?
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'll read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. First vote. Joey. Harrison. Hunter. It's 1 vote Hunter, 1 vote Harrison, 1 vote Joey. Hunter. Vote Hunter. That's 3 votes Hunter, 1 vote Harrison, 1 vote Joey. Hunter. That's 4 votes Hunter, 1 vote Harrison, 1 vote Joey. 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 That's 3 votes Joey, 1 vote Harrison, 4 votes Hunter. Joey. 4 votes Joey, 4 votes Hunter, 1 vote Harrison, 1 vote left. First person voted out of Survivor, Will Hunter. That's 5, that's enough. Bring me your torch. Hunter, Travis spoken. Alright. So yeah, from what I can tell, there seems to be some division on this tribe. Hopefully you guys can figure that out and avoid tribal council in the future, or I will see you guys again very soon.
So we were supposed to go for Joey. Reggie wasn't sure. He wanted Harrison instead. And he wrote down Harrison. So he was the one lone Harrison vote. And because of that, they had more than me. And we got voted out. We almost had a good run. And because of that, I'm going home. It was going to be a 5-5, and then Sahil would have probably turned. I was surprised that James had Sahil under wraps, but I mean, it makes sense. James is scared of me. We almost did it. I mean, the rest of the guys are screwed. Reggie's screwed. Reggie's super screwed because now not only did he show that he's like on the chopping block and he's outside of their alliance, but he's also an unreliable vote. Ray's done. Noble's done. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But unless there's a tribe swap, that alliance is going to run the tribe to the ground.
Next time on Survivor. Distrust grows after the first vote.
There was a snake amongst our ranks.
Beef is caught playing both sides. And Andy has a bad day at the office. Find out next week on Survivor.